Okay, this next speaker, I went to Craig Proctor in about 2000. He blew my mind. He was a star back in 2000. That's a long time ago. He was like 22 years old or something insane. #1 Coldwell Banker agent in the world. And I'm like, and I got to be friends with him in 2004. He invited me out to Lawton, Oklahoma. Went to his office, saw everything he was did, copied him verbatim radio, which I'm still doing 14 years later. Thank you, Jay Kinder. And it is a privilege and an absolute honor to have him here with us today. Mr. Jay Kinder, everyone. Bring him up. Woo! That's right. Stand up. Give this boy a hand. Congratulations, Jay. We love you, man. I love you.
I appreciate you, man. Wow. Man, you guys are way too kind. Way too kind. Man, first of all, man, my whole life I feel like has like led me to this company. I don't know how many of you feel that way, but it certainly is how I feel. And I've always said, man, how do we put all our fires together and make one big fire? How do we put all our fires together and make one big fire? And that's really what we have here. And I mean, when you look around the room, I've been in a lot of these rooms over the years, and I've spent a lot of money either trying to put people in these rooms, or I've spent a lot of money get into these rooms. And for 21 years now being in real estate, I can tell you, I've never seen a group as powerful as the group that's sitting right here in this room. And when you see something like this, I mean, it's just not something you see every day. I mean, this company is still very early stages in terms of where we're going with this thing, and the amount of talent that's in this room. There's nothing that can stop us. There's nothing that's going to stop us. We are going to dominate the real estate industry, and I'm very proud to be a part of it. So a couple things that I just wanted to share. So, in my career in real estate, I was fortunate. I think I was lucky where I came from in Lawton, Oklahoma. When the average sale price is $135,000. Curtis always jokes with me and calls it wheel estate because I must have been selling trailer houses, but it wasn't all trailer houses. Yeah, that's followed me for 20 years. And so I happen to sell a lot of real estate. And one thing that I'm actually reinvigorated about with this agent attraction is understanding that, like, I got really good at going on listing appointments because I lost so many listing appointments. How many of you can relate? Right? I went on so many listing appointments, and I was just relentless about unpacking what exactly was I doing that was working and what wasn't. And I used to do an autopsy on every one. I would call every seller that didn't list with me, and I would ask them a question. I would be like, honestly, I really, believe that, that I could have helped you guys, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. You obviously chose to list it with someone else. I'd like to know, what I could have done differently, or maybe why did you decide to choose, the other agent? And in doing that over the years, I learned something very valuable. I learned they would always tell me little things that I wasn't seeing about what I wasn't doing well as I was presenting. And I genuinely did believe that I was the best agent for the job. I genuinely believed I could have helped them the most, that I would have netted them the most money. I would have been the best for the relationship. I would have helped them get the job done. And in doing that, I was able to start to tweak. And ultimately, I became able to master the process. I became masterful at it. Over 4,000 listing appointments. I probably lost 2,000 listings. Very frustrating to lose listings, but once you start to figure out there's a process to it and you learn those skills, you can never unlearn those skills, right? I can take those skills in anywhere, in any marketplace, and I can go take a listing. And so I think as I've started to really study agent attraction and being a part of this is something new, okay? Even though I had a real estate company and I was, coaching and training agents across the country and all the things that we've done, it's been great, but there's skills that are required for agent attraction. And once you start to uncover and you start to seek out and try to learn those things, you can really become masterful at this. And it's just a choice, right? So I've been very fortunate to have a lot of great mentors. And first of all, I can say thank you to everybody in this room just about for getting me here. I really thank Al Stasic for putting me in front of this opportunity and getting to partner with him, and obviously Michael Reese and Woods Davis back there in the back of the room as well. It's been the most fun I've had in 14 years. I can't wait. I can't wait. I wake up every day excited and ready to just go after it. So, but I wanted to share a couple of nuggets, some things that have been valuable to us as we're going through this journey with you guys. And how many of you have watched or seen a video on Facebook Live or YouTube with me or Al? Anybody? Okay, everybody look around. Keep your hands up, right? So now, I can tell you that these are not really high-quality production videos if you've watched them, right? There's not a whole lot of effort and energy that has to go into preparing to do a Facebook Live. But what I want you to commit to is what we're doing with EXP is we are educating and informing people about this opportunity. And there's a few people have said different things today, and I think that it's worth saying again to understand that people that will tell you that they understand the EXP opportunity do not understand the business model. They do not understand what they are saying no to. And it's your job to educate and inform. And what we found is this, the last 14 months of doing this is by the interviews that we do, we just are genuine and authentic. If you want to be successful with creating content, be genuine and be authentic. And ask questions. Try to really understand, because everybody goes through a process. Sometimes they say, I was scared to death to tell my agents. I didn't know what they were going to say. I didn't know what to do. And if you can get people to open up and share what their concerns were, what the problems they were trying to solve, and be real, if you can get people that are willing to do that and share that story, and you put it on, do a Facebook Live and you post that to YouTube and you share those stories, it's magnetic to people wanting to talk about EXP. It's magnetic. It becomes magnetic. So that is one thing that if you take one thing away, that's the easiest thing to do. And trust me, I've become lazy in my years, okay? And what's the easiest thing I could do that's going to get results? The easiest thing that we do today is doing a Facebook Live with someone who tells their story and shares why they came over to EXP, and doing that consistently. Become the voice in your market and educate and inform people about the opportunity. They think they know what it is, but they have not sat down and looked at the opportunity. They truly don't know. And it's up to you, and you owe it to them to help share the opportunity so that they know what it is that they're saying yes or no to. A couple other little quick points, and then I'm going to finish up because I know we got to wrap this up today. There's a couple little things that, as I started to unpack what was working and not working in several different conversations, one of which was on the front end, and it's a little mental model, and it's called If I Would You. And anytime that you're talking to somebody and about EXP or about the opportunity, if you were to say, if I were to invite you or get you a free ticket to a mastermind event in Phoenix, would you be able to commit to making it? If I were to send you a short video about this opportunity, would you commit to taking a look at it? If I would you is a really great way to get people. You're doing something for them, they're doing something for you. If I was able to do this, would you be willing to do that? It's a really good little statement that you can use as getting people to warm up to commit to whatever it is you're asking them to do. It also helps to pay them a compliment first. Hey, I've been watching your business for a lot of years. I have a lot of respect for what you've done. When I saw this opportunity, I thought it was something that you would just kill it. You'd be great at this. And if I was to send you a short video, would you be willing to watch that and take a look at it and give me your feedback? Very simple, right? But that's very powerful. So that's one little script. Another thing that I was doing, and I realized I was doing it wrong, and then after I recognized it, I was like, you know what? I should have known this probably. And so maybe you experienced this or maybe not. When I would talk to people, I would say, well, what did you think? Anybody ever said that before? Well, what did you think about it? Right? Well, the better way to approach this is, well, what did you like about the model? Okay? What did you like about the model? And the reason you want to do that is because it, first of all, puts them in the frame of what they liked, not what they didn't like or what they were concerned about or what other problems they may have made up in their mind. But they tell you about what they like. And there's a couple things that I realized that have happened, and this will happen to you if you talk to enough people, is they seemed interested, and then I let them off the phone, and there was no next action. There was no next move that was being made. There was not a next call that was being set up for any particular reason. We left the call thinking, hey, they seem pretty interested, but who knows what's going to happen next, right? So always set up your next exposure. Always set up the next conversation while you're on the phone with someone who's watched. If they've watched the video, I can tell you this, they are interested. If they watch the entire thing, they're definitely interested if they watched it. So if they got that far, there's something there that they're interested in. Make sure that you keep them stay on that level plane. People are interested in one or two or three things. They're interested either in the opportunity to grow their real estate business. They're interested in the revenue share opportunity. They're interested in an exit plan for their business, but they're interested in one or two or three things. And so make sure you understand what it is that interests them. And then stay in that vein. Don't try to show them everything under the sun. Stay in that vein and set up the next call to go, hey, look, so it sounded like you're really interested in the revenue share opportunity. How much money monthly would it take for you to say a year from now, let's say that this was the best decision you made in your life? How much money would it take for this, if we were able to create that for you at EXP? And if they'll give you a number. Don't give them a number. Let them give you the number. And you'll be shocked at how low it is, first and foremost, and say, well, sounds to me like what we need to do. Let's set up another call, and let's go ahead and just break down exactly what we would have to do in order to help you make that happen. That move, the first time I did that, the guy signed up. He was getting off the phone, and he was definitely not committed, but he signed up. He literally went and signed up and applied that night. So that's a very good little transitions that you can use. Make sure you're using those little things and be a student, right? Like I'm having fun again. I've been having the most fun I've ever had, but now I'm learning a skill that I didn't have to use every single day for the last 20 years. And it's the easiest thing in the world, and it's up to us to be able to communicate clearly and educate and inform people about this opportunity and what this great company has provided for us and where we're about to take over the world with it. So hopefully this was valuable. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Thank you so much. Here's Brent. Go.